Seoul and Tokyo have once again failed to reach agreement on the unresolved issue of Japan's wartime sexual enslavement of tens of thousands of Korean women during talks earlier today. A disappointing outcome, as it was likely the last such meeting this year, and time is running out for the surviving victims to get what they've long deserved. Kwon Soa has our top story.
It was already the 11th round of talks, meant to get South Korea and Japan on the same page toward resolving the issue of Japan's sexual enslavement of Korean women during World War II. But at Tuesday's meeting in Tokyo, the two sides failed once again to find common ground. Seoul's Foreign Ministry's Northeast Asian Bureau Chief Lee Sang-dok, Korea's representative to the talks, told reporters after the meeting with his Japanese counterpart Kimihiro Ishikane that at this stage it was difficult to say that the talks were productive, but also hard to say they were not.
Seoul wants to see an early conclusion of the negotiations, but whether another round can be held this year has to be analyzed once the delegation returns to Korea.
While Seoul has been pushing for a formal apology and compensation from Japan for the sexual enslavement of Korean women by the Japanese military during the Second World War, Japan wants to approach the issue on a purely humanitarian level. Tokyo claims that the issue was settled under a 1965 bilateral treaty that normalized relations between the two countries. Despite the fact there has been no major progress on the matter since the first talks were held in April last year, expectations for Tuesday's meeting were higher than usual. And that's because the meeting came just 2 weeks before the end of the year and after President Park Geun-hye had called for greater momentum toward a resolution by the end of this year during her first summit with Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe in November. Even if Japan does apologize, only 46 out of the 238 Korean victims registered as so-called comfort women are still alive today to hear that apology after one of them died earlier this month. Kwon Soa, Arirang News.